I'm Peter Brown from Tiny & Sons Glass. Tiny & Sons Glass was established in 1978 when my father and brother and I were at 575 Washington Street in Pembroke. We're certified and qualified to do all your windshield replacement and repair. Tiny & Sons Glass is a community-based business. We have 12 mobile vans that come to you. If the weather's bad, you can come here to the shop. We have a nice waiting area, TV, Wi-Fi, kid-friendly, pet-friendly.
I'm Arthur Boyle of Performance Appraisal Services. We're residential real estate appraisers with a company founded in 1994 by Mike Gianelli and I in the basement of my house in Malden. We've since grown to have offices in Malden and Pembroke. We serve the eastern Mass counties, including Cape Cod. A good client for us is an attorney or a private landowner or a private property owner who's going through a probate process or a divorce division of property. Call us at 781-293-6900. Ask for Arthur Boyle or Amanda Boyle Grazioso. Our first name is Performance.
Up the meeting and make an announcement that the minutes are being recorded for record-keeping purposes. And we have the minutes of the March 7th meeting, which I actually had a change to. The chair informed the board that the town currently has a plan, but it's not been approved by the state. She asked the director to review it and report back to the board. Actually, I think I also asked you to ask the town if they would like us to update it, because it's not our plan, it's theirs.
Right.
So can you just change that? She asked the director to, and just add in, speak to the town.
Is that under new business A?
Yeah.
I'm just looking, I'm trying to
A, B,
share
C.
with.
It's the third paragraph. The chair informed the board that the town currently has a plan, but it's not been approved by the state. She asked the director to review it and report back to the board with his findings. But we really need their permission to make changes and update it. So if you could add that, then I'll ask anybody else if they have any.
I didn't see that, but I wasn't here, so
Okay.
looks good to me.
All right, so with the amendment, all those in favor, do I have a motion to approve minutes?
I'll make that motion.
And second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, great. We have the financial reports.
Oh, executive director report.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we just completed the third quarter of the fiscal year, and at this point, March 30 represents the completion of the third quarter of our fiscal year, which ends on June 30. And in that, I can say that, and we have our financial reports for the month of March as well as our quarterly. We're in terrific shape. The Housing Authority reserves are at excellent levels pretty much across the board. That through 9 months, the net reserve increase is about $97,000. So there's now a total of $120,000 restricted on the books. And we'll be recommending to the board an additional allotment to be restricted also. So we'll be looking to increase it from 120. Ballpark between $20,000 and $40,000 additional for restriction. And then, as I mentioned last month, we've turned over 30 state units here at Pembroke Housing Authority, and another 4 or 5 at our neighbor that we manage. So it's been an awful lot of work in the last 12 months to turn that many units here. We did have one turnover, I believe, at the federal development, but we've also wrapped up many capital projects, as the board can recall, over recent months, closing out projects and so forth. But we've, upward of 20 to 30. We have another 6 to 8 projects that will be commencing between now and the end of the year, and a few of which we'll be acting on tonight, a couple of them. Last Thursday, I went before your Community Preservation Committee, where on behalf of the Housing Authority, I requested funding for 2 projects totaling $115,000, of which I received a unanimous vote of the Community Preservation Committee for approval at the upcoming town meeting.
What was the projects for?
$15,000 for a new generator at McDonald Way, and $100,000 is the earmark for new roofs also at McDonald Way. 2 of the other projects, ironically, tonight are for McDonald Way also, new hinge replacement and common area flooring in all the buildings. Let me see.
Yeah, that's great, bringing the extra money from the
Yeah.
CPC.
Every year, we try to get what we can, leverage it, a little bit, go to the utility companies as well. And, it's commonplace, a lot of HAs, that are driving their business plan are doing it. Also, on the agenda tonight, we have a couple other items, closing the 2, 3, and 4 bedroom wait list for the state housing. We have hundreds on the list right now. Not too long ago, I mentioned at the last meeting that Robert Mawallo, who's at asset management at DHCD, he came out, and Myrna, also, she's the housing management specialist at the department. She recommended that we should definitely close them as well, because it's staggering, the hundreds, when you only have a few different types of units, and we have hundreds of people,
The
waiting.
DHCD is actually also creating a statewide public housing
Centralized,
list.
yes,
So
that's
they want everybody to attrition their list down, so they don't have this voluminous amount of data entry into the.
Which I think they're gonna have anyways, because
Yeah.
even if we did close it tonight, there's hundreds of applicants for a handful of units.
So it's
Are we
probably-
on that now, or are we gonna?
No, that's later on the agenda. Let me see, I also, as the minutes reflected, I did attend to the workshop at Mass Housing Partnership on the monitoring the fair housing marketing plan and lotteries for 40B management. And again, spoke with the town manager. I've been speaking with various departments at the town offices regarding the affordable housing, the subsidized housing inventory list that the chair just mentioned. And then with that, I would say that on finance would be the March reports, which are in the packets.
All right. So, the March reports, does anybody have any comments, questions? We don't need to vote the March reports, correct?
No, we don't, there's no action necessary on that. Later on the agenda, we'll have actionable items on the quarter ending for the 689 and the 400 program
I have some issues with some stuff in March.
on the March.
Yeah, travel specifically.
Oh, okay, wait a second.
Should that be under financials?
Probably not. Can you hold those to the end?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
Old business, the affordable housing monitoring agent. Oh, yeah, we'd already talked about that. And new business, Center Street mixed-use development.
Yeah, between last meeting and tonight, we had, I attended a planning board meeting where they were discussing the mixed-use development out on Center Street, a few doors down. There's going to be an affordable component. There are some apartments, but the discussion as it related to us, and our biggest concern, I said I'd bring it back to the board, was that there's some type of a separation, some type of screening, if we may, not necessarily fencing, but, some type of vegetated growth between that development and our own, so that what we saw occur up on the beginning of Hill Commons, where the abutting property, people would park on the sidewalk or on the grass strip and come and go to the rear of the units there, when this is a private way.
Okay.
there's still a process for the applicant over there. He's building a number of, I believe, just all one-bedroom apartments. Maybe they have like an auxiliary room or a bonus room, but there is also a modest commercial piece to it, making it mixed.
All right. And we have some motions here to award and authorize the contract office to execute a contract for the apartment door hinge replacement project at McDonald Way to P. Moore Painting and Contracting in the amount of $7,984. I saw the email or memo from Rick Mahoney with regard to the contract.
Bid tabulation
tabs.
sheets.
Does anybody have any questions or concerns regarding that motion? If not, may I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, we award the contract for the apartment door hinge replacement project at McDonald Way.
And second?
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and I believe this was also on Rick's report, award and authorization for the contract officer to execute a contract for the common area flooring replacement project at McDonald Way to Continental Flooring Company in the amount of $46,030. The contract includes the base bid of $28,830 and alternate number 1 and 2, each in the amount of $8,600. Could you just tell us what the alternate 1 and 2 are?
Yeah, not knowing what the pricing was going to actually arrive at, we broke out, and it's common practice in the public procurement where we don't limit ourselves, that if there is enough funding in the initial to cover the whole development, it can. If it can't, then we would add another unit if there was additional revenue, and if there was still left money, we could do the second one.
Okay, all right, so this is for the additional
Correct.
floorings in, okay, great. So, are there any other questions?
I just have a question, that was carpet before, right?
Yes.
So is it replacing with carpet?
Yeah, there's a combination of carpet, and then there is vinyl and ribbing. We're going to be basically doing the same thing with maybe even a more upgraded type material as well, because the ribbing stuff is very resilient, and it's, you've got experience in it, you've seen it. So we're going to do a replacement of the existing or better in all instances.
Okay. So, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion to award and authorize the contract officer to execute a contract for the common area flooring replacement project in McDonald Way to Continental Flooring Company in the amount of $46,030. The contract includes the base bid of $28,830 and alternates number 1 and 2, each in the amount of $8,600.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and as John had indicated a little earlier, we have a motion to authorize the administrative office of the Pembroke Housing Authority to close the 2, 3, and 4-bedroom waiting list for the state public housing program.
This got brought up before, and I brought up that you have to have met affirmative action goals in order to close those. So I did pull this off. This is from the state. I had it at work, and it says on here that in order to close it, we need to meet our affirmative action goals, which I think is 22 and a half, 22 maybe, and I know we're nowhere near that, at least when I left.
On the housing.
On the
Housing occupancy,
Correct. So 22 and a half or 22, whatever the percentage was, you have to just double check on that. Of our, let's say if you wanted to close the 2, 3, and 4 at 705, it would have to have 22% of our tenants meeting affirmative action goal, which I don't think that we do.
Any idea of what the minority makeup of the applicants are, the 400, or how many we have on the list, or the makeup of that?
I would say that it would be under that number. But I would suggest then we could table it.
And we can
And
ask
I can
the
look into that,
HCD, because they are encouraging us to now
Right.
close, because they don't want to keep adding people to the list, because we're going on that, they're moving forward quickly, so
Right.
why don't we table it till the next meeting, and we'll seek their guidance.
It's good.
All right,
Motion or just this table?
I think we can just table it for the next meeting. Okay, and a motion to accept and approve the quarter ending March 31st financial statements for the 689 program.
You can see them in your packet that,
Is this the new one on the table that you dropped off? Or is
no,
this-
that's the modernization, the one that you had in your packets.
Compilation report?
No.
It's this,
Right here.
right?
Yeah.
Quarterly
Yeah, which one did
operating.
you do?
Did I take yours? Why did
No,
This one?
no, yours is
Okay.
for 689.
Well, I have a quarterly one here.
Yeah, Joanne, I forgot that Joanne got hers on Thursday. I mean, on Friday, because I didn't get these done until
So
Sunday.
this is 6.
So this is the 689C, and this is the 400. Again, it's a compilation from January's financial report, February's, and March's, all consolidated and brought together to carry forward for the quarter.
So this is a snapshot of where we stand now.
That's right. Yeah. And so we're going into the last quarter, and one of the things that the board may not be fully aware of, although I should say that two of the board members are familiar with PMR, and housing authorities are supposed to modify their budgets upward or downward. If you're under budget, still they're looking for revisions, and if you're over, they're looking for revisions, but we're within, hundreds of percentage points. So we, and Rick and I specifically went over this, we won't be looking at or have any needs for adjustments. Because we're fiscal year end, June 30, we have to have it done, for May 1st.
Does anybody have any questions regarding the quarterly March 31st financials for the 689 program, which is our group homes? If there are none, may I have a motion to accept and approve the quarterly financials?
I make a motion to approve the quarter ending 3/31 financial statements for the 689 group homes.
Second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we're on to the quarterly financials for the chapter 400, which is the state
The state,
family.
single, it would
So it's just
be each development, 667, 705.
Oh, they're all 400s all in
The
here?
400s all state.
All state, okay. Take your time. Rather you know what you're voting on than do our due diligence.
I make a motion to approve the quarter ending 3/31 financial statements for the state 400 program.
Okay,
Seconded.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And can I just see what you're looking at, because it's not on the agenda?
The last thing,
All of the
I
financials.
did have the management letter in your folder from Guy early, and I just say briefly, the HCB program rent calculation had discrepancies which resulted in quote-unquote minor variances. Yeah,
Yeah,
I also included that
Wasn't it?
in the packet, the letters are in there.
yeah, it wasn't on the agenda.
So the discrepancies resulted in minor variances, and the year-to-date income was used to calculate. Then there were a couple other, minor discrepancies of that like. I spoke to the chair.
I think the board should discuss it. I was under this understanding that financials fell under financials.
But this is his travel and expense voucher, so I would suggest that it may need to be an executive session. We'd happy to talk.
Just
to
ask
you about
questions
it.
about
Well,
travel.
I don't know what you're gonna ask though, that's the problem. Do you have a concern with regard to the way, I know we amended the form, so do you want it
Yes.
amended again?
No, I just have some questions about some of the expenses.
we can ask him outside of the board meeting then,
Then we should put it on next month's agenda.
in executive session, I think it would have to be.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fine.
All right, so we'll postpone.
Sure.
All right.
So as I was just saying.
Sorry about that,
No, that's all
John.
right. There was one instance missing a third-party verification on income, and then I discussed the, with the chair, the 214 status forms. And I guess there's like a two-step process in that, and, you know, I guess it never, in all the years that Housing Authority, and they've always done the thorough step that it requires, but they're supposed to almost take a redundant secondary step. And so, there are two instances of that, but otherwise, you know, that's it.
Does anybody have any other items to bring before the board?
Can I just bring up a question about risk management?
Yes.
It was brought to my attention that there was a slip and fall case from a tenant here. And I just wanted to make sure that you understood the proper risk management procedures. I understood that somebody fell down, hit their head, and they were told to lay low for a few days. There was never any EMTs, fire, or anything called, and the daughter called, and they rushed her to the hospital. She had a couple days of a hospital stay. So I just wanted to make sure that in the future, that anytime there's any sort of reportings like that, there should be proper steps that be followed.
Do we have a policy for completing forms for?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a memo that was sent out in May last year from DHCD with the proper
Public
protocols.
housing.
I only was so familiar with it because this is my job.
Can I
Right.
Yeah.
make it?
So that is the,
Can
I
I keep
only,
this copy? or
you
do
can,
want-
that's just the first page. I assumed you
Okay.
would already have the copy. 'Cause
Yeah, so
everybody
I'll
got
look
it.
into, yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
well, good. Yes, thank you
Just want to
for
listen.
bringing that up. No, we should definitely. Are there any other items?
No. Does the board have, oh yeah, we're only in April, so any reason why members or anybody won't be here in May?
Third month of May, or the second week.
Second week,
No, I think I'm fine. With, yeah, second Tuesday in May.
So May 9th?
Oh, what's the night? I think it's town meeting. Are we voting? Oh, it's a town meeting?
Oh, I think, you could be town meeting. Voting,
Right.
I think, is the
Well, if
13th.
you check, because if it's town meeting, we're gonna have to
Okay.
change that date. I think it's town meeting. So I have to go to the third.
Sure.
I actually, if I can, through the chair, the vehicles, wasn't that agreed upon in the December meeting that in order to purchase the new truck, we had all agreed 3 months for all these excess vehicles to go?
Well, we've done a lot to prepare them, and as I said earlier in my director's report, it's just been a tremendous amount of work going on, but that is clearly what the intent is, we move them up front to do that, so I'll make it a priority.
What are we doing with them? Are you
We're
gonna try to
gonna
sell them?
dispose them.
You declare surplus?
Yeah, declare it surplus and dispose of it.
So will this definitely be done by next month? Because I know we made the motion, that was the only stipulation for purchasing the new vehicle, and still are sitting on surplus vehicles, so.
Yeah.
Are they on the road now? Are they
They're
registered?
they're in the budget as well, too, but, no, I believe one vehicle has a plate on it still, the other one was transferred to the new vehicle. But they're
Okay.
both here presenting to be liquidated, it's just a matter of,
So what are you gonna do with them though? I guess that's my
oh,
question.
we're gonna go
You're gonna try to
through,
sell them or?
try to sell
Okay,
them, yeah.
all right.
Yeah, we'll do a RFP and properly liquidate them.
All right.
Where did the bucket truck go? Or is that still here too?
Bucket truck, I think, is down behind the barn, yeah. Or it could be up north, but that's another one that,
All right.
yeah.
It's just expenses that were just thrown
Are they
out.
Which
costing
ones,
us anything?
which expense?
There's a plate on the black car, no?
Well, it's has a plate on it, yeah,
Okay.
because we didn't transfer, it. we only
insurance?
got one vehicle,
Insurance,
yeah.
registration. You said we would just put money in, you're preparing to get rid
No,
of it?
they're sitting here right now, ready to be sold.
All right,
We'll go through the proper
So
procedure to do it.
Next month?
great. All right.
Well, if you can get it done properly through Mass General laws on the sale of a vehicle within 30 days, and have it going before
It's
the
been
next
90
meeting.
days, that's my only concern, because that was the motion that I specifically made, and I thought that we all agreed on this. The only reason why.
Yeah,
Yep.
I hear you, but sometimes stuff comes up, and he has been working on the designated housing plan, which was approved.
Well, I've been working tirelessly in a number of areas,
Yeah,
and I'm trying
and
to.
I'm not sure that it's really costing us that much, but you will prioritize it some,
Yeah,
as best you
absolutely.
can.
I
Okay.
will.
Anybody have anything else they'd like to discuss? All right. All right, then, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I will make that motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.